Hello. Welcome home. Back to Scarlet Hollow. We're now at episode 4. We've given up a chunk of our life to get rid of a ghost. Made that decision because I'm a Scarlet and I don't really have a clear job, and I guess my life is falling apart. So I figured this is one way to do something useful. Especially with that sort of like mystical ability. I guess that's what I'm role-playing. But yeah, interesting development in episode 3. Really enjoyed how everything was set up with the haunting, with Wayne and kind of all the other characters. It was a really good build-up, and I felt like that was a really significant event that I'm looking forward to tackling differently in other runs. Anyways, time to go to episode 4, kind of the last episode in the series before we have to wait for the episodes to come out. So let's just hop right into it. Oh, I can join the Discord, but that's okay. We're gonna go. The decision you made in episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences, and a visual reminder of those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. You can reduce the intensity of this visual reminder or remove it entirely at any point in the preferences. Okay, that's interesting. If it ends up being kind of a bit weird to look at, I'll probably adjust it at some point, but it should be fine. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 4? No, we should be fine. You open your eyes. It's a new day. And you feel like shit. Nice. In the bright morning light, you're finally able to take stock of just how much the spirit took from you. You feel dulled, your bones creaky, your soul weighed down with exhaustion of age. This is great. I can't wait to finally be dead. Yes, life goes on, but for how much longer will your life go on? An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing okay. Less than 3. Also wanted to ask if you've heard from Stella. Check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Okay, so haven't heard from her either. Wait, how much can I get? How are you doing? No, I'll just say I haven't heard from her either. It's not good. I think we should try looking for her. Let's meet up in town. Looks like you have a morning plans in order. Let's visit Dustin real quick. Come in drawers, they both have bread now. Yeah! Human is back. Smell old now. Maybe changed mind about eating us. Could be the end of Dustin and Dustin Mom. I would never eat you. I love you. Dustin Mom know better than to trust. When push come to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spend too much time outside. It's different inside. There enough bread for everyone. No need eat friends. Dustin still have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin get to keep that innocence forever. Oh, that's sweet. I guess your glass house still has that squatter. Tried to reclaim glass house last night, but asshole squatter too big and strong. Dustin Mom stand no chance. Might have to live in Dustin house forever. Human big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than asshole squatter. You fight, give Dustin Mom glass house back? Okay, a squatter. I'll do my best, but no promises. Squatter have sharp things on head, human be careful, but Dustin Mom would be eternally grateful to human. Dustin too! I should get going. Yay! Love those guys. That's that. Let's check the closet. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This was awful instantly. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. That's great. I'm gonna take a shower. Might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. This is awesome. This is a great day. Step in the guest bathroom into the shower. Hot water soothes your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, this shower is a good place. Why is it like this? Why is it a good place? What's happening in this shower? Okay, well, as it rinses your body clean, you... Oh. Think about the door in the clinic. Think about the spectre, early death? Nah. Think about the afterlife? Nah. Think about Duke. Oh. Scrub feverishly to scrape the memories of your skin. Sybil's warning. Wayne. Think about someone special. Yeah, finally out of this hellhole and safe in your bed. Okay, we'll see. What should I think about? Two girls still buried in a horrible mine. Yeah, that's not great. Oh my god, there's so much to think about. A lot has happened over these last 3 episodes. I'll think about the clinic door. Still drawn to it even now. You're going back there today. You're sure of it. You're done here. You're done here and you turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Does it even matter how the strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Trapped kids, mine's in trouble. Just sell it. Sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Yeah. Last night. Let's see. So ghosts are real. I still can't get over that. Still sticking to ghost story, huh? I don't really have time to indulge you a little bit. Talking about the strike. The strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place, Tabitha. If we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. Ugh, you weirdo. Nobody talks like that. Not even Sybil talks like that. Do you know what the strikers even want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. That's why the ditchlings are here. I'm not gonna antagonize cousin. Using the trapped kids. We have confirmation of at least one voice down there, and the boys have been digging around the clock. I don't think it'll be long before we can put this unpleasantness behind us. Fair. Yeah. The mine's in trouble. You should just sell it. Sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Tabitha bristles. You really are Vivian's kid, aren't you? Trying to bow out when things get difficult? I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet Mine. I'm not just going to cash out on our family's legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life, one way or another. Yeah, I guess so. You probably should get going, right? Yeah. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Yeah, she cares. You know, I think she's... You know, we always kind of give this very like, oh, she's very bitchy sort of attitude towards her, but I find her to be quite soft. She just is not a people person. She has to be strong. She's a Scarlet. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Fuel up with a quick PB&J. Ah, yeah. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get a chance to eat? And who knows just how much your new affliction will affect your appetite. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for a long day ahead of you. And that's that. Hey, what's up, frou-frou? You walk over to eat. You walk over to the cat. Oh, c'est toi. Qu'est-ce que tu veux maintenant? Wait, there is something different with you. Have the years finally caught up to you? I missed you last night, frou-frou. Nod respectfully to frou-frou. I want to respectfully... I love that I just go, I made a deal with a ghost, so I'm old now. I'm just going to respectfully nod to frou-frou. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance, but she can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. Made a deal with the ghost, so I'm old now. Every day that we open our eyes, we are making a deal with life. All of us are stones on this shore, weathered a little more each day by the relentless tides of time. We will all be ground to dust by an uncaring universe, but that is the beauty of life. Yeah. I missed you last night, frou-frou. No, I'm not gonna push that. Do you know anything about stone carvings scattered around town? I am not here to be your comment dion? Oh, there we go. I got it. I'm not here to be your comment dit-on. Chien détective, je suis un chat. I am here to watch you flail about in the darkness. I'm not here to provide answers to whatever mysteries confound your feeble American mind. That was great, thanks. Thanks for not attacking the opossums who live in my drawer. They're my friends, and if anything bad happened to them, there would be hell to pay. No, I don't. Oh, you know what, why not? Well... Thanks for not attacking the possums. Yeah, they'll be hell to pay. Of course you would consider those rats to be your friends. I will not dirty my claws with their diseased flesh. That's nice. I missed you last night, frou-frou. That makes one of us. Bye, frou-frou. Good talk. She scoffs as you turn away. Doing great. Me and frou-frou are friends. I'm going to the garden. Whatever kicked out Dustin's mom is in the garden right now. Better look into it if you're headed to town. The air is chilly today. An overcast sky hangs oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. Let's investigate the greenhouse. You start carefully picking your way through the underbrush. Doesn't take much effort to find a path. Cuttings of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the greenhouse. The glass house, one could say. You step towards the door. Oh. It's a goat. It's sealed shut by a lock. You catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient clouded glass. Try to talk to whatever's behind the door. Sorry about that. I forgot I had an alarm going off. Alright, let's see. Try to talk to whatever's behind the door. What's your name, little guy? Goat. Alright, Goat. What are you doing in the greenhouse? Human put me here. Can't complain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm, and there's plenty of eats, too. Huh. Where did you come from? Farm. Used to live with the other guys like me. Kinda miss them, but not that much. Don't gotta share anymore. Smart guy. Did that human have a brown coat and big boots? Coat like what? Fur? Nah, not brown fur. Yellow fur. Just the top, like all you humans. I don't know what boots are. Can't help you there. Yellow fur. Oh, I see. So, Tabitha? Hey, whoever you are, there's a possum that would like you to leave. She was here first. This is her house. Don't want to leave. I live here now. She can deal. Examine the lock. It looks sturdy. You need some tools if you're going to get this open. Maybe Stella or Kanika can lend a hand later. Guess I'll leave it to you then. See ya, or not. It's wild world out there. Thanks, Goat. You investigate the garden. With Stella missing, it's best not to keep Kanika awakening. Well, I guess I did take a shower for a reason. Bye, Frou-Frou. It's time to head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The birds sound different today, muffled like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body's starting to accept the change that has come over it, to accept that this is how things will be from here on out. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. Oh yeah, there's one like right here. There's one here. There's one here. I could hear their little whispers too. This is so nice. Never alone. You're not here this time. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out of the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Cheesy, you made it down the hill in one piece. Thank God. I didn't realize there's so many of those ditchlings things around, or I would have driven up to get you. Can't believe they're outside during the day. It feels wrong. How are you doing? I mean, I know you got oldified, so I assume not great. Whatever, I already started flirting with you. I'm going in. Much better now that I'm with you. Aw, yeah. I got oldified, which probably makes me like some kind of salt and pepper silver fox. I got him. Me? Oh God. Oh my gosh, Cheesy. You're too much. But I feel better too, now that you're here. Even with everything we've been through, being around you somehow feels safe. Someone maintaining the general store? How are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole. But I also keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Yeah, it's a problem. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by a Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now. It's driving me nuts. She just keeps giving me tea and ignoring anything I tell her about weird stuff that's been going around town. Figured if anyone would be interested in magic stuff, it'd be her, but she ends the conversation every time I start talking about it. Sorry, I'm ranting. But thanks so much for asking. That was really thoughtful of you, and it helped to talk about. If you ever need someone to rant at too, I'd be happy to return the favor. I know others with my gifts when I meet them. Sybil is probably the most gifted person I've met. Are you saying she's a witch or something? No way. She's just a funky old lady who's into crystals and herbs and stuff. She doesn't actually know magic. That's not true. She definitely knows magic. I mean, if she were some kind of witch, that would mean everything I thought I knew was wrong, and my whole life has been a lie. Ugh, can't think about this right now. I need to be focused. This thought will just have to get in line with all the other pending existential crises. Supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed light on some things. Not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's gonna read your fortune. I should probably stop making fun of her whole New Age mystic vibe. A lot happened in the last couple of days. Still, there'll be plenty of time for tea after we look for Stella. Yeah. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had the chance to talk to anyone else yet, so nope, none so far. She ran north last night, but doesn't mean she didn't double back. Trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone. But I also don't want to bet on that. Yeah. So ghosts, huh? Yeah, ghosts. I don't know about you, but I'm currently staving off a massive existential crisis about the state of matter and what being alive means. That's fair. Any idea why she was so upset? I'm still skeptical. There's got to be a better explanation. This information is destroying me. Any idea why Stella was so upset? Being possessed seemed awful, but she was the only one who ran off. My assumption is because she got possessed by, I guess, the murderer in the story. So that must have been really confusing emotions. Because Oscar mentioned he was feeling guilty and he was playing as the father in that play, I guess, marionette play we were all in. Could be a lot of things. She could hit her breaking point stress-wise. She could have been horrified by meeting a ghost for the first time. She could be struggling with what that ghost did. But at the end of the day, I have no idea. We'll have to find her and see if she wants to stop running from it and just finally talk things out. Nah. Someone manning the general store while we go look for Stella? Mom and Miles can deal for another day while I look for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her and I was spending my time minding the register, I don't think I could live with that. That's fair. I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Let's go to Stella's house. Okay. Definitely. Probably should have done that before getting you to come all the way to town here, but to be honest, I was scared of wandering off by myself, just in case I ran into any other horrors from beyond the veil. Fair. It'd be great if this turns out to be nothing and she's just asleep in bed. That'd be lovely. Make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. Oh. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There's an absence of joy and life that leaves only a chill behind. This is the ghost of an empty house. Oh my god. It's true, we never walk in there. There's a sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. Ah, shoot. I don't see anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this. We should go in, right? Yeah, we should go in. The family... This is a really nice plant. You could see that the parents' shoes, I guess, are covered in cobwebs. Doesn't want to change any of it. There's like the Gretchen stuff. Should be all alone without Gretchen. Princess. Yeah. Intense. Alright. Whatever happened to Stella doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room. No blood or viscera. Not even a tipped over lamp. That's good. Investigate the kitchen. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple of cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. We've got Gretchen over there. I don't know what else. Oh, what's this open thing here? Looks normal to me. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though maybe that's just because I've only been over when she was already expecting me. Okay, I wanted to see if looking at that is something. Maybe with like a keen eye trait I'll be able to see that one day. Investigate Stella's room. Oh. Make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here, though it's a little untidy. It's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Check her computer. You go to check Stella's computer. Oh. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Is that an invasion of privacy? You're no fun, but fine, we'll snoop around. Would it be a bad idea? I guess it would be, wouldn't it? If there isn't a password, it's almost like she wants us to snoop. Fine, but I'm a little too nice as this character. Well, that's not true. Let me see. If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make the rules. Yeah. Honestly, Stella's just kind of been running off and not telling us shit, so... but I don't want to, like... Whatever, we're in episode 4. Invasion of privacy. Yeah, I'm, like, spending a lot of time thinking about this. Okay. Let's see if it's password protected before we make a fuss about it. If there isn't a password, it's almost like she wants us to snoop. You wake up her computer. It's not password protected. Oh my god, Stella, you're a YouTuber. How's your computer not password protected? Kanika sighs. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. Oh. Look at all that. Oh, is that, is this from Reese? I remember seeing this type of dragon. S's. I love doing those S's. Alright, well, I don't know what to expect to see here. It definitely wasn't this. How does she ever get anything done? She's a YouTuber. Check her open tabs. Take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser. So numerous are the tabs you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from the window's edge to the Windows Edge to Windows Edge. Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum of cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow. Hidden Appalachia." Guess that's her. Hey everyone, I was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Moth stand. Clean footage of some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious, I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Ugh, lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. I mean, yeah, sure, but kind of fun. Just have fun. The thread continues the next day. Hey, okay, so this is an ARG I would never. 2, you're not going to believe this, but we went to an abandoned mine last night to investigate things. I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to the knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file, Tommy knockers real.wave. Just because you put real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights. This is so fake. Can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, lol, doughy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? I don't think sending an audio file would have made sense. Stop cyberbullying her or I'm going to call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promotion. The thread ends. It's not self-promotion. Thought this is like a conversation. Whatever. We all know the internet is just managed by no one good. Check her search history. You check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Search history is almost entirely work-related. Furious series of queries, various monsters, and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's that. It was a waste of time. Let's get out of here. Whew, good. I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a little snapshot, you know? No, it's not that really interesting. I mean, could be, but I don't really feel too much of that. Oh, she has like a little plushie of Gretchen over here in the corner. That's fun. Do you think there was a struggle in here? All that work? Is there anything else in here that's like noteworthy? Besides these random pinups? Well, I guess that's it. Sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. Aw, she still does those cookboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyways. Okay, I don't think we're gonna find much else here. Let's move on. Okay, she's not here, and we still have no idea where she is. Thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping in or something. Can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next? Should check in on Oscar. He's smart. He'll know what to do. I hope nothing else happens after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted. Morning light streams through the library large windows in the bright daylight. It's just once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghost, thank God. I was not up for an encore. Can't help but overhear the murmurings of intense conversation coming from the mayor's office. Or rather, the murmurings of intense animal conversation. Investigate the conversation. Start making your way upstairs towards the mayor's office. Hey, where are you going? Small gang of dogs hold court in the mayor's office. This is wild. Most of the dogs quietly watch from the sidelines, but two of them, a sheepish dog and a basset hound, are in a heated conversation with Mayor Jimmy. Their tags read Scraps and Daisy. Pixel sits on a shelf nearby. Hey, Pixel. Warily keeping an ear to the conversation. It sounds like you've all sorted this out. I don't see what you need me to do what you need me to do about any of it. God, I'm not used to that way of saying things. Sorted? Things aren't sorted until this town is safe. Now we may have got the beginnings of a militia together, but there's plenty of pets out there who are still ill-informed about those things crawling out of the woods. You're the mayor. They'll listen to you. Just listen to him to stay inside. Just tell him to stay inside until it's handled. Listen, Scraps, buddy, I hear you. But the last thing we need right now is anarchy in the streets. It's no use. I told you he'd be bullheaded. He's always bullheaded. Always the sore loser, aren't we, Daisy? Things are fine, and nobody has to worry about a thing. The mayor pulls himself away from the conversation to acknowledge you. Oh, I remember you. You're that out-of-towner from yesterday. The speaker. The other dogs murmur amongst themselves for a moment, then turn to face you. I'm sorry you had to see this little display. Politics can get so messy. Good doggies. Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? She and her person are missing. Is she missing? Oh dear. Scraps, you don't think. Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side. Even if she is safe, I don't like the sound of this. See, Jimmy? This is the cost of inaction. Gretchen is a pillar of our community, and she's missing. She is a pillar. But what will it take for you to finally open your eyes and do something? If you wait until you're the last dog left in Scarlet Hollow, it'll be far too late to save yourself. Yes, I get it. You're all very upset, but what do you expect me to do about it? Shut down the town? What about the economy? Do you even know what economy is, Jimmy, or are you just throwing it around fancy words you've heard the humans say? Of course I know what economy is. I know all about economism. Oh, good, because I never understood a lick of it when the humans talk about economy. Just figured it was just a made-up word when they yell at each other. Made-up word they yell at each other when they want to stop talking, so please enlighten us. I am not going to debase myself by playing a game of trivia, not in front of the speaker. I thought so. To answer your question, we did catch a whiff right around here, and another near her house. Haven't picked up anything around town since then. Let's hope those creatures haven't already gotten to her. Let me know if you smell her around town, okay? Of course, Gretchen is now our top priority. Any dog that goes missing must be found, but especially her. She's the pillar of the dog community. She's been around longer than any of us. I look up to her. I won't be able to rest easy until I know she's safe and at home. Damn. Imagine not saving her in that first episode. They'd be sad about their pillar of community. Okay. Anarchy. Not doing any ditch things. Politics. Gretchen really admires you, Scraps. Oh, she flatters me so. I'm nothing special. just another dog. All the more reason to go after her before it's too late. Don't be modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog that other dogs listen to. It's a damn shame the humans are so chimed by that charlatan. I'm right here, Daisy. I'm well aware. Do you think you're so high and mighty? You think you're so high and mighty, don't you? Just because you can sit and stay the best. As if obedience is the best quality in a leader. Oh, yeah. Good doggies. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Ah, yes, I am rather a good boy, aren't I? You call me good dog? Daisy good dog? Daisy's tail wags excitedly before she regains her composure. Sorry. I just love to hear it. I love that. Everyone's just stoked. You're like, hey, good doggies. Mr. Mayor, you should listen to Daisy and Scraps on this one. There won't be anarchy in the streets to worry about if every animal in town's taken by the ditchlings. Your opinion is noted, but I've been mayor for over 14 years, and I know what I'm doing. That's 14 dog years, Jimmy. If you're not going to help, the least you can do is not sniff the speaker's ass. I suppose you were right, Daisy. This is just a waste of time, but I needed to hear it with my own ears before I could really believe it. I'll save the I told you so for later. Let's go rally the others. This town won't save itself. You and the dogs exit the mayor's office and close the door behind you. They quickly turn the corner and vanish from your line of sight. You find Kanika waiting for you in the lobby. Just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It is so weird when you do that. Kanika sighs, muttering to herself. Knowing dogs are capable of carrying on actual conversation is going to make being a veterinarian really weird. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I'd finally managed to unhaunt my house. Let's go. You make your way back to the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of the day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. More accurately, it feels as if the events of the previous evening were mostly just a dream. That hideous stone carving is still buried in the basement, and though it's subtle and subdued, you can still feel the faintest of hums reaching out from it. This hallway creeps me out. No ditchlings around, though. Nico knocks on the door. Oh, good morning. It's so good to see all of you, Cheesy. Takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor. I hope you're doing well this morning. Please, come in. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our own house last night. Though I suppose didn't do much sleeping, mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night. Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. So, what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night, and we're trying to figure out if anyone's seen her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? Nope. I have no clue where she's gone. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. I should have done a better job warning her. No. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. Now that she knows ghosts exist, maybe she's thinking about her parents. Think she wants to do a seance to, talk to her parents? She has not dealt with any of her issues. She's been, running away from this for so long. I'm assuming she'd probably want to talk to her parents. Sorry, I can't be more helpful, especially after everything y'all have done for us. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're still here, I wanted to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate what's happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. It might help me narrow down where I should start my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. And now we are suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods, plagued by angry ghosts. You think there was an inciting event, right? I do. That's my thought too. It was never like this in the holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. If there's a root cause for all this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm gonna do my best to find out if there have been any similar events, whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow, or that might explain what's going on. We'll fill you in on what little we know. So you leave. So at least you leave. At least you have some place to start. Let's see. Make sure Pixel stays inside, or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces. They snatch animals to do some kind of parasitic egg-laying thing. So unless you want one of those things pop out of Pixel, you better keep him where he's safe. Will do. Can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something were to happen to him, especially after everything she's been through. Also, Pixel's pretty cool. He's like chill. Wouldn't be happy if something happened to our boy. I think Sybil knows more than she's letting on. She wants me to come talk to her today. My mom? But she's always been such a crystals and herbs kind of lady, not like someone who actually knows about supernatural stuff. I feel like, well, I guess it's because she's biased and she's just viewing her mom this way. She has always had a strange air about her, hasn't she? I'd be interested to know what exactly she intends to discuss with you, Cheesy. I have a feeling she has more than tea to offer. Yeah. I guess Oscar's joining the group, because honestly, Oscar's cool. There's something in the clinic. I think there's something in the clinic. There was this door yesterday, and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Right, I almost forgotten after everything that happened yesterday. You said there was something that reminded you of the mines, right? I see. I'll dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. Oh God, you don't think that's why Reese is sick, do you? He's been sick for years, hasn't he? If something supernatural is causing his illness, it puts a bit of a wrench in our recency theory. It does, but maybe there's more to it than that. Maybe things being clustered so tightly together is just a coincidence. Maybe Scarlet Hollow's been weird for a long time, and we're all just starting to notice. Oh, how very open of you, Kanika. It took me back-to-back encounters with the paranormal on consecutive nights to even consider that we might be dealing with something supernatural. One way or another, I'm gonna find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can feel the pull of that clinic door, and it's only getting stronger. You're not planning on breaking in, are you? Because if so, nope, you're not going to do that. Let's not have a repeat of last night. We should be more cautious of what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have the time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Okay. Wonder if this is the work of some sort of cult. You mentioned something like that in the library the other day. If there was a cult in Scarlet Hollow, I feel like I know about it. I think the cops are in on it. Yeah, I feel like the cops are in it. I don't know. They just seem so... What's the word I'm looking for? Ineffectual? Exactly. Even if they're part of a cult. I doubt we'd really have to worry about them. I don't know, there's a lot of cover-up stuff going on from them. Though if they were part of a cult, that sort of public image might benefit them. Look at us now. Everyone here, except for Cheesy, was eager to dismiss any notion of wrongdoing. Something to think about. Yeah. We've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines, another in your basement. There might be more. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there. But who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Cheesy. Cheesy, didn't you say you felt something similar in the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? Hope it doesn't mean there's something weird about to happen there, too. You know, I was thinking about filling that basement with cement and pretending it was never part of this house. But if we're all here, maybe we should go down and... Oscar sighs. Take a closer look at that carving seal, whatever it is. It's been bad enough going into haunted houses and abandoned coal mines at night, but there's something that feels much worse about going there in the middle of the day. Can't say I'm thrilled at the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things. I really don't think this is a good idea. The spirit is gone, but you could still a faint hum undulating from the basement. Imminent danger may not await you down there, but the stone remains active, if at least weakened. Who knows in what strange ways it might manifest itself. We shouldn't go down. No, we need info. The spirit is gone, and all that remains are dust and bones. There's no reason for us to go down. Wait, that's not what I wanted to say. Give me a second. I'm just gonna go back, because I will just return. I thought I was saying that I was going down there. Unless that's like... may not await you down there. Who knows what strange ways it might manifest itself. That's reassuring? If we're going to trust anyone's instincts on this, it'd probably be yours. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're going. Oscar leads you back down the familiar hallway to Rosalina's room. Oh, hey, girl. Oh, hi, everyone. What are you doing in my room? I'm going back into the basement, Rosa. I'm afraid there's something down there that might help us figure out what's going on in town. It's probably best you go to the library while we... No way. If we're going down there, I'm going too. Remember what you said last night? No more secrets. We're in this together. You're right, Rosa. You can come with us. No more secrets. Am I the only person in this town who doesn't have a death wish? Just give me a moment to move all this out of the way. Oscar gets to work moving furniture from the trap door, his broad shoulders making quick work of it. Before you and your companions know it, you find yourselves transfixed to the trapdoor. Oscar opens the hatch with a menacing creak. Everybody's heart skips a beat. But none of you are swept up into the ghost's nightmare puppet show. The sun continues to shine, the birds continue to sing outside Rosalina's window. See? Nothing to be worried about. A slight tremor in his voice tells you he was mostly saying that to himself. Shall we? Yeah, I take it back. I'm good at staying up here while y'all take a good look down there. I don't like the vibes I'm getting from that pit. Yeah, it's probably bad vibes. Send. You descend the basement stairs, find yourself in the same cold, unfinished place you were in last night. The hum is still faint, but it's louder here. Take a deep breath and push it out of your mind. Well, I guess whatever we're looking for is in that pit. I guess we should take a look. Oscar walks up to Brio's side, eyes widening as he peers inside. Stare into the pit. Yep. The eternally screaming remains of Charles Shaw Jr. are exactly where you left them last night, staring back up at you from the empty sockets. The carvings lies beneath him, the heavy, cold stone acting as his coffin. Strange powers emanate from the carving. It feels like some living thing, a darkness preserved in stone, buried out of sight and away from any eager hands. Or at least, that was the intention. But power like this can't stay buried forever. Charlie. He looks so small. Don't touch it. I'll have to call Dr. Kelly about this. We should put his body to rest, right? That's how these things usually go. He hasn't popped up out of the grave or decided to make any of us into puppets, so maybe he really is gone for good. I think so. That's gonna make it a lot easier to sleep tonight. Does that mean you'll let me sleep in my actual bed? Whoa. Let's give it one more night. I still don't know how I feel about you sleeping on top of that rock. What do we think? Wolves encircling a goat. That's a start. What's What was on the carving in the mines? Circle of arms bound up in chains. Stella took a photo of it. Not that it's helpful right now, but maybe once we find her, she can send it to you. Interesting. I'm sure the description will be more than enough to get started. Can I help? I want something to do. I'm tired of just waiting around. Sure, you can help. Destroying it? I don't know how that's gonna work. Well, I've seen enough. Time to go. Yes, let's go back upstairs. Now that we know it's safe down here, I'll come back on my own time to do more thorough examination. You and the others make your way back up to Rosalina's room. As soon as you're all in one place, Oscar closes up the trapdoor and moves the pile of furniture back in place. So, did you get possessed or cursed or anything? No, but we got to see a dead body. Do you want to see a picture of it? I'm okay, Rosalina. I'll be back to check in on you in a minute. I just got a couple of things to finish up with these folks. You and Kanika follow Oscar back to the living room. So, I have more than enough to get started on my research now, but is there anything else I should know about? Yeah. Okay, sounds like you got something to work on now. We should get back to looking for Stella. I do, and thanks for the lead, Cheesy. Let us know what you find. I will. Cool, Oscar's a cool dude. No ditchlings around, huh? Oh, that was a problem. I pressed F. That apparently changes it from, like, full screen. I will edit that out. Why? Why would F do that? H, there we go. Just trying to find H, the button. I feel like F is like far too close to H. Anyways, whatever, it's fine. Let's see. Let's check out the diner. We should go to the mines. Ugh. I'm not... I figured she'd be at the diner. We'd hear she'd be at the diner if we knew. Let's check out the church. The church? What do you think Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? I want to tell Pastor Daniel that ghosts are real. I want to rub it in his face. Take that, Pastor Daniel. You can also talk to animals. Must speak with him. Now let's figure this out. At least I'm going with Kanika. Pastor can also talk to animals. Right, you mentioned that yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna go to church, but please don't wind up befriending him just because he shares your weird animal thing. It's bad enough that you keep bringing Tabitha around with you. I don't want to have to deal with two intensely unlikable people on a regular basis. I like how everyone just dislikes him for no reason. Well, he is kind of weird. Kanika leads the way, taking up the gradual slope towards the church. Alright, where's that weirdo? My, 3 visitors at once, on a Thursday. This is unprecedented. There's only 2 of us. Oh no, were we followed by Ditchling? Were we followed by Wayne? Sup, old people? Zane! Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if Faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart. But when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. I love Zane. Zane is so cool. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night, and no one has seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie had seen her. Can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've neither hide or hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over by the alpacas. Though cheesy, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. What do you have to say to him that you can't say in front of me? Please, if you wouldn't mind, this is a personal matter. Why do you smile like that? You're weird. Personal for whom? I'd rather folks not pry on this. You know how rumors get started. It's okay. I'm happy to talk to him. If you're sure, I guess I'll leave you to it while I check in with Janie. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I'll be right over there by the fence. That's conveniently in your line of sight, okay? Oh, look at them. The alpacas. Kinika heads towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you came. I've never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I must have had some kind of insanity. Does your daughter do it too? I remember last episode I mentioned that she makes the rats fairies, or are her fairy friends or something. That's what Janie said when we were in the kitchen. I even thought at one point it must have been the Lord himself talking to me through them. But they never had anything very insightful to say, so I was disavowed of that pretty early on. Are you not going to comment on my appearance? You saw me yesterday. A ghost cursed me last night. Now I'm old. Oh, and here I thought you were putting on some sort of early Halloween costume. Maybe prayer can help after we're finished talking. I've got some wonderful little pamphlets I'd happy to share with you. I guess so. Guess you're just very church man. Let's see. Great. The one person who shares my talent is a religious weirdo. Kind of thinking like that. I'm like, oh, you gotta just be really weird, huh? Is your gift why you got into church? It's hard to say. I was raised Baptist by two loving parents, and I was always interested in religion. But I've always known about my talent, so I don't know what came first. If anything, though, I'd say I'm religious in spite of the gift. It hasn't exactly been easy to square with this lot of religious education I've had. For instance, a lot of religious leaders will tell you that only humans have souls. Well, you and I both know that's not true, though I suppose that gets into a whole different conversation about what exactly a soul is. But those are conversations that I'm glad to leave to the scholars. I'm a simple small-town pastor. I don't need to ask big questions anymore. I just have to help people through their daily lives. Why you gotta smile so weird? Have you met Frou Gretchen Pixel? Of course I have, but I learned early on in life not to let that I have this gift. Let on that I have this gift, at least while other humans are around. So I haven't spoken with any of them. Though I get the feeling Frou wouldn't talk to me, even if she knew I could understand her. I tried to befriend the alpacas when no one else is around. Emphasis on tried. They're surprisingly clicky. Besides that, I want to try to maintain a low profile, only chatting with the wildlife when I'm sure no one is looking. Fair. Is this why people think you're creepy? Because you have the gift? People think I'm creepy? But it's alright, people say all kinds of things. I just have to be patient and persistent, and I know eventually they'll understand that I can be a comforting presence in their lives, not a creepy one. Maybe if I grew a thicker beard, people would trust me more. Or maybe I should get a cool jacket? Does Janie know? No, I don't believe there should be any secrets between man and wife, so I'll have to tell her one day, but there hasn't been a good time yet. Building a life in Scarlet Hollow has been a difficult process. And the last thing I need to do is add the stress of her husband being some kind of circus act. Yeah, fair enough. Tulip, on the other hand, I'm starting to have my suspicions that she might share this gift. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she said some things that have led me to believe she might be able to understand them. Oh my god, she's so cute. You know what? It's already an hour in. I have a feeling this episode is going to be longer than the previous, so it might be in 3 parts. But, you know, thanks for joining me on this. I am very curious to know where this is going, and can we find Stella? I'm there, and I'm also feeling like crap. I'm old and feeling like crap. This is what I did to myself. Hopefully by the end of the week I don't just pass away. Anyways, guess I'll leave it there. So everyone take care of themselves, and I'll see you back here in the next episode. Or next part. All right. Bye.